All right, let's go ahead and get started. Again, welcome everyone to the AI Academy. Let's move along with our slides here. So as always, please take note of our forward-looking statements because we are going to be potentially making forward-looking statements in this academy. Next slide. As always, check out our community forum for generative AI and intelligence. There you can find the latest information, ask questions, give answers. All of you are experts. So definitely feel free to help out those who have questions on the community forum and learn the latest, including information about our news and new features. For those of you who are following, or if you have colleagues who can't make it, we also record all our academies videos and upload them to YouTube. So after this academy, feel free to look out for this video on YouTube and in the coming days. If you have any questions, actually, next slide here. Thank you. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A button at the bottom there, and Kartik and my team and I will be reading the questions regarding either today's topic or perhaps AI in general. We also, again, this session will be recorded and is ultimately for you. So, sit back, relax, enjoy, learn everything new that's coming in. Next slide. So goals for today, we're going to do an overview and demo. That's going to be like the first 15 minutes, best practices for 5 minutes, and then the last 5 minutes we will dedicate purely to Q&A. And you're probably wondering, oh, what are we going to talk about today? Well, that's a great question. So with that, go to the next slide here. Today, we're going to be talking about catalog item generation using Now Assist. That's right. You can now use generative AI to type in a text, and that will automatically generate a catalog item for you. And with me today to share this awesome new feature is Kartik Isola, Product Manager of UX Foundations. And that, Kartik, thank you for joining, and you can take it from here.
Yeah, thank you so much, Victor. Hey everyone, thanks for joining. Yeah, I'm Karthik. I'm the product manager for Service Catalog, Catalog Builder, and Conversational Catalog. So today I'd like to demo the catalog item generation feature, where we use LLM to generate a catalog item. So at a brief, the catalog generation uses the generic LLM to generate catalog item. To start with, in the very first release, which happened in May, we generate the item details like description, short description, item name, and question details like labels of the question, help text, choices, default value, and so on. Going forward, we will add capabilities to add dynamic behavior, that is UI policies, auto-populate feature. Even further, we will add we will integrate with text to code to add client scripts capability, and also to generate fulfillment using the text to flow feature. So the main benefit of this is obviously the creation of the catalog items becomes faster, as it only takes a few seconds to generate the catalog item, and using only a text prompt, you can generate the catalog item. Right now, part of the catalog item, but going forward in future, we aim to allow you to generate the entire catalog item using just text prompt. And also, it does not require technical or ServiceNow platform knowledge to start creating catalog items, which otherwise you would have required. So before we go into the demo, just a quick pulse check. We would want to know if you have plans to use Now Assist for catalog generation. What is the purpose of that? Do you want to use that to let business owners create catalog items for themselves, or do you want to make it easier and faster for developers to create catalog items, or anything else? If others, please do put in chat. That'll help us in evaluating the future roadmap.
Great, thank you. We're getting great participation. 30, 40%, 41% of our group have now participated. I'll just leave this on for just a few more seconds, and we'll end the poll and potentially even share the results. While this poll is being read, a quick question to you, Kartik, of if someone wants to use this feature, what version do they have to be on?
They would have to be on Washington, and they would need to have the Now for Creator application.
Great. Okay, let's go ahead and end this poll. Oh, we still got some more folks coming in. Okay. Two more makes 100. So if you haven't, one more, great. Thank you so much. All right, let's go ahead and end this poll here. And we'll see that. I'm going to share the results here. Um, yeah, we got a good sampling here. 40% wants to let business users create the items for themselves, 54% for developers, and 17% for others. Awesome. Um, Thank you for that. Let's go ahead and continue on.
All right. Yeah, thanks, Victor. And those of you who said others, please do put it in chat so that we know what you're looking for. All right. Without further ado, let's go to a demo. Oops. The first thing we'll check is if the skill is active. Uh, so analysis for catalog generation is bundled as part of the analysis for creator application. So when you install the analysis for creator, you would get the analysis for catalog generation automatically. So when you go to the analysis admin and features under that, this will list all the features of analysis, all the skills, and under the creator, you should see the service catalog, and this is active. So when this is active, you know that you have the required skill to start generating catalog items. And catalog generation is integrated with catalog builder. So the first thing that we would want to do is to launch catalog builder. So if not started using catalog builder, we urge that you start using catalog builder, start involving that in your process of creating catalog items, where you can use catalog builder to let your business owners to create simple catalog items, thereby making the process a little more democratized. So let's start by creating a new catalog item. Let's select the template. So far, this is familiar, and this is the new step that you would see if you have the app installed and the skill active. So previously you would have directly landed on the details page. Now now you would land on the Nowsist page, where you can actually describe the item that you want to create. So the item that you want to create, you can keep it as generic if you don't if you're yet to figure out what are the questions, what should be the content of the item. You can just say I want to create a low item for, let's say, phone 15 Pro. Right, so this should generate you a catalog item for iPhone 15 Pro. I have not provided any questions or any other details. So this will use the generic model that we have and generate the catalog item for you. So let's click on preview and pin it on another tab so that we know what is being generated. So by this, the LLM is using the information that it already has, all the training that it has already got to generate this catalog item. Let's see how it has performed. This instance seems to be a little slow. I hope the wait is worth it. Meanwhile, you can actually check that the item has been created, has been populated. The short description, the description has also been populated, and so are the questions. And the indication of the sparkle icon tells you that, okay, these were created using AI. Okay, so you see that the item has been generated, it took the information it was already available with it, and it generated these three questions. This is generated without giving any specific prompt. Now, let's say you want to be more specific. You want you have something in mind. You want to generate a specific catalog item, and you also want to specify the questions. You can do that. Let's say I want to create a catalog item for a travel request. Right? Ask for passport, which should be mandatory. Ask for date of travel and business destination, and probably ask for destination country, which would point to core country table. Okay, let's see how LM does this time. So I've specifically mentioned that I need some questions, and I've told that one of the questions should be mandatory. I've also mentioned that all right, so it has generated data travel, though it ask about mandatory. Okay, maybe I could have been a little more clearer. Uh, Passport details, which should be a trick question or question. So the trick is to be as detailed as possible. Ultimately, it is LLM, so it is trying to interpret the instruction that you have given. So in the one that I have given, it interpreted it as asking for a yes or no sort of question or a checkbox, and hence it generated that. So if you would be more detailed and clear, it should generate a single line text. We'll try that, but let's see how it did with the others. So date of travel, it correctly identified as a date question. Business justification is a multi-line text, and destination country. Oops, this instance doesn't have any countries. Let me see. Let's just check out if this question was correctly mapped to the right table on. Yep, it did map to the country table. Just that this instance does not have any countries listed in the table. Or was it uh, the error that is causing it? But anyway, so we see that the table was correctly mapped, and the trick was to give the exact name of the table. So in the first release, we would want you to give the exact name. We do realize that maybe business owners might not know this, but rest assured, going forward, we will improve this. So we will ensure that the tables are automatically picked up when you give the name of the table. So let's do a final check. Yep, so it correctly picked the right table. So that is how you can create or generate a catalog item. You could add more information, or for example, uh, create a help text destination which says, ensure you select the destination country, not country of, let's say, origin. Right, you can, so this should add the help text, and we can also say question to ask for purpose of travel, Options being internal, external, and customer visit. Make customer visit the default. And let's see. Let's try and see if this gets corrected. All right, let's see how this time LLM does. So I've given one additional questions where I've mentioned the options that I would want, and I also mentioned that one of them should be default value. And I also asked it to generate a help text for one of the questions. So let's see how it performs. It generate. Okay, this time it got this correct. It correctly identified this as a single line text. Date was right. Person identification. This is mapped to the correct one, and the purpose has been created. Purpose question is generated along with customers it being the default and ensure using. So the help text is also created for this. We need not have given the help text exactly. We could have just asked it to generate the text. In this case, I have given the exact text, but you can ask it to generate the text by giving what you want it to be. So as you see, this is the output, and with just a simple text prompt of about 5-6 lines, I was able to generate the entire catalog item. So the idea is that we all know there's a process where you collect requirements, collect information to start creating a catalog item. So we want you to start probably using that to generate the catalog items and use LLM to aid you in generating the catalog items. And to start with, as I said before, we will generate details and questions, but going forward, we'll also generate fulfillment and dynamic behavior, that is UI policies, which we don't support in this version yet. All right, so that is about the demo. Let's go back to our slide. Okay, so the best practices for text to catalog. One is be clear and concise, that is provide detailed and precise descriptions of the catalog item, including its purpose, features, and any specific configuration, like I have given in case of the destination question for generating help text, or for the purpose question to generate the options and the default value. Right. Clearly outline any mandatory fields, help text, type of the question, options, and default value. So if you want something, you know what you want. You know the type of the question is, let's say, radio buttons or a checkbox. You can specify that, and LLM will generate that. If you don't specify, LLM will try and give you the best possible option. But if you want to be doubly sure, you can present that information to LLM, and it will always honor that. Then stick to industry standard terms and avoid jargons, as again it's an AI, it's an LM, and it might get confused, especially if you're using terms which are internal to your instance in your company. It might confuse AI. You can try it, but there are chances that it'll confuse it. So sticking to industry standards would give you best results. Regarding the question description, please do specify the exact table name for reference questions. Uh, for now, that is how this would pick up the reference question or reference to tables. Going forward, we will improve on that, but right now we have to give the exact table name. And you can also generate record producers. Yeah, for record producer, you have to specify the exact field name if you want to map a question to a particular field. And finally, this AI generated, so always review the generated catalog, the content, to ensure accuracy and completeness. It could be that some of the questions that you mentioned could be overlooked and skipped by AI. It has happened, and it's not a guarantee that it will always give you. Most of the time, it does, but there could be chances where it can mess up with one or two questions or completely ignore or skip them. So please do ensure that you review the generated item content for accuracy and completeness. All right, that's about it for best practices. Let's see if there are any questions.
Yeah, thanks, Kartik. So yeah, someone had a question, can this work for record producers? The answer is I believe is yes, based on your best practices, right? Do they have to specify whether or not it's a record producer or a catalog item?
Yeah, so the in catalog builder world, the record producer or standard catalog item is determined by the template. So if you use a different template, then we would create the record producer, and you can use the same Now Assist feature to generate the record producer as well. So the whole process is just the same. One additional thing for record producer is that if you want to map it to a particular field, then you can specify that in your text prompt.
Got it. And let's see, what about adding approval task or request? Is that possible?
Not in this release, because that is part of fulfillment, and that would come later when we add the ability to generate fulfillment. But as right now, that would be a manual step.
Got it. Next question, how specific can you be? Can you specify the type of question checkbox, radio box, free text, or can you tell it to use a particular notification? I believe the first half is yes, but then what about this particular notification?
I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah, me neither. But certainly for the first part, that's a yes, right? You can specify the type of question.
Yes.
I'll just put that in there. Just type. Okay. Can the results be tuned? Oh, that's a search question. We'll skip that, or I'll address that separately. Uh, that's probably can you use or can you get it to reuse existing elements? I don't know about that.
Hmm.
Yeah. Anyway,
Um, hmm.
go ahead. Did you have something?
No, I'm guessing it is related to fulfillment, but I'm not sure. If it is related to fulfillment, then yeah, we don't have the ability to generate fulfillment as of now. In future, we will add that. But if it is something else, then probably if you can put that in chat, we will know.
Great, awesome. Next question. When will Now Assist be available for FedRAMP customers? So my colleague Andre could answer that separately. Next question. In the case of wanting to refine the generation, like what is happening in the demo with adding extra info, is that all included in one catalog assist or does it trigger usage of additional assists? Good question, Kristen.
Yep. Yeah, great question, Kristen. Right now, it's additional assist, but we are trying to go for a model where we generate and you see a preview, and before you accept, you can regenerate multiple times. So we are trying to go for that model, but as of now, in the May release, if you regenerate, then it will count as SS. So every generation will count into your SS.
Can AI also set related references such as user criteria and flow?
Yeah, as I said, not as of now. It is in our roadmap, but today it will only generate questions and details. Going forward, we will generate flow and also probably look at solving for user criteria. But as of now, it doesn't.
Okay. Another person asked, we were able to get the assist plugins installed. They don't see create catalog item not available. Is this something we need to request separately? No, once you install the Now Assist for Creator plugin, and by the way, you need a Washington instance, you need to update your Now Assist for Creator plugin, and then you should be able to see catalog item generation as a skill under the, what is it, Creator section, right, Kartik?
Yes.
Yeah. Do you need any special roles for catalog generation?
No,
Or
the
just
usual catalog builder roles, that is catalog builder editor role, should be sufficient to generate catalog items.
sounds good. Let's see. Can I understand conditional questions?
Mhm. Oh, and so yeah, that is dynamic behavior or UI policies. That again is not available yet. So that is the next thing that is going to come. I can't say when, but yeah, it is in the backlog, and definitely the next one that we are working on is to generate the ability to generate dynamic behavior where you can provide conditions and actions.
Great, thanks. Yeah, there were some similar questions about like reference qualifiers, scripting. I assume that's all going to come later, right?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Can it be used to generate something like creating a ticket? That's basically a record producer, right?
Correct. Yeah, it's a record producer. So yes, you can absolutely use it to create something like a generic ticket. It's a record producer. You would obviously in the template you might want to define which table the record producer should point to, but the content of the item itself can be generated using the LLM.
Great. Let's see, just moving right along. How are modifications handled to AI generated catalog items? I assume this, once you generate the catalog item, you can just edit it manually, right? You don't need to go through AI again, right?
Yeah, you can edit it manually. It is like as you've generated the item, it is still a draft item in Catalog Builder. You can edit as much as you want, and once you are ready, you can publish it.
Great. Next question. Can this feature create legacy workflows as part of fulfillment?
No, not as of now, and I don't think it will be part of our future also because we are moving away from legacy workflows towards full flow design of flows and playbooks.
Yeah, so that's a great point, Kartik. Just a broader point. Legacy workflows, yes, it's still out there. Yes, we know it's very popular and very much used, but we do recommend you try out our other flow tools because those are the ones getting the most innovation and the most um, you know uh, updates moving forward. So just a broad recommendation there. If you attend our Workflow Academy, they're going to tell you the same thing. Okay, so Mike asks, can you tell it to use specific variable sets that you may be using in other catalog items?
Not as of now, Mike. Uh, we had that in the backlog, but not you can't specify variable sets right now. So variable set you can obviously can define from the template. All the template feature will still work, but you can't generate the variable set or associate with the variable set using GenAI.
Got it. Will it recognize custom tables? Good question.
It will, provided you give the exact table name. What happens is when it can extract the exact table name and try to map it. If the table exists, then it'll map it. So if you give the exact table name, it should ideally work.
Got it. Can the fulfillment be done using Playbook Gen using Now Assist? Can we link these generated entities? So Playbook Gen is a separate feature, and it does separate things, but can we link these two things together?
Not through catalog builder in the backend, but today there's no trigger or there's no direct integration between playbook and service catalog, which we are trying to address in one of the future family releases. So once that happens, you can do that. Today, you can instead of playbook, you can use text to flow to generate the fulfillment flow and associate that generated flow to the catalog item either in catalog builder or in from platform.
Great. And then two more questions, and then we're pretty much done. Can Now Assist prompts be passed through API calls or flow actions?
Great
This may
question.
go ahead.
Yeah, great question, but not today. Uh, as of today, it is only through catalog builder through the UI, but yeah, it's a yeah great use case. But as of now, the answer is no. You can't do that.
Right. And then last question, can we add reviewers through text prompt also? That's a good question too.
Hmm. Interesting. Okay, short answer is no, but uh, yeah, we are looking to bring an out of the box governance process for catalog in catalog builder in one of the future releases. So right now we're planning for that. We will definitely take this as a feedback and add it to as a feature. But as of now, the answer is no.
Gotcha. Well, hey, we reached the end of our questions and right on time. So, hey, thank you everyone for attending our academy. Thank you for your attention, for all your questions. Like I mentioned, after this, we're going to get the video. We're going to then upload it to YouTube so that you and your colleagues can review everything we've gone over. Thank you to Kartik for his time as well. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.